sir, you appear to have a filter on. I can't figure out how to turn it off. Let's just move forward with this.
Yeah. My favorite part of that is that if you look at the upper left-hand corner, it says something along the lines of, this is a legal judicial hearing. This cannot be recorded. Da 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 da. And I was like, well, they kind of fucked up on that, didn't they?
Yeah, actually, I think the judge was the one who put it out. But the news stories were going around that that lawyer was getting calls within an hour of that proceeding. And for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, just get on YouTube and look up cat lawyer. That's all you've got to do.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what a cat would say if they were fucking trying to invade.
I'm not a cat.
Zoo.
And
First
the judge is like, yes, we're aware.
I'm not a cat. I guess that's the thing is for the dude to say, I'm not a cat. Just...
I mean, he's clearly just like...
fucking lawyer, dude.
Yeah, but he's old.
I don't care. He's still a fucking lawyer. Being old does not give him carte blanche to be stupid.
He's not a cat, Dan. He's not a cat.
He was there live.
I can't figure out how to turn it off. I got my assistant in here trying to help me out.
That I can accept. All of that I can accept. But saying to another goddamn attorney and a fucking judge, I am not a cat.
I'm here. I'm not a cat.
Well, that's when, there were two lawyers and a judge. Judge was in the bottom left-hand corner. Another lawyer was in the upper right-hand corner, and he was like looking down at something like he was reading his phone. He was, he kept his composure all the way up until the guy said, I'm here live. I'm not a cat. And he just like started fucking cracking up.
Fucking technology.
I'm not a cat. Hang on. I'm trying to get this fixed, guys. Let's just go.
And the judge is doing like tech support. If you hit the up arrow next to the,
I like how he finally he's like, all right, let's just move forward with me as the cat. He's like, let's just go. I'm here. Let's just go through with this.
I wonder if there's any legalities to where they can't, because they can't see him.
Well, it's the cat clause.
It's the cat clause. Really?
That's written
God.
in. It's written in. It's the cat clause.
Give yourself a verbal diarrhea.
I don't think you should. I think that was rather clever.
That was good. That was a good one, Doug.
I think that was all right.
Verbal diarrhea.
I thought it was fairly clever.
So we're recording a few hours later than usual today.
Because of Doug.
Because Doug thought it was Saturday.
Yeah, Doug wakes up. He's like, guys, it's Saturday, right? And I was like, why are you asking me what day it is as soon as you wake up? And then I was ready to do the pod. I was sitting right here ready about 3 or 4 hours ago. And
kids, I only have one thing to say. Don't smoke crack.
But if you do, make sure you set a reminder that you're supposed to do a podcast on Friday, Adam.
Yeah, so, Dan. And then Dan said, I'm not doing this stinking podcast.
So
I have stuff to do. And then
Adam, tell him why you, besides thinking it was Saturday, I'm guessing you probably stayed up late speedrunning something because,
all right,
and for those of you that don't know what speedrunning, it's quite possibly the dumbest fucking thing that you can do with a video game, in my opinion.
No, the dumbest thing you can do is bury a bunch of copies in the desert because you're really bad at making video games.
You shut up about E.T. You take that back.
That's what you need to fucking speed run. You need to speed run E.T.
There you go.
Well, I don't want to blow my brains out. I want to get through the game.
That's right. Be a man. Throw some fucking E.T. in the Atari emulator and fucking do it up.
Atari emulator.
Lester's dead. Speed runs E.T.
No, tell him what you were speed running last night, Adam.
I was speed running Super Mario 64.
You sure? Really? You sure?
That's what I was running.
That's not what you sent me.
What I was running last
Hold on.
night.
It was what version of Disneyland Adventures was it? It
No,
was,
I don't think you're looking at something else.
Disneyland Adventures. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the
that's a
thing.
picture of your monitor, Adam.
No, it's not. That's
your-
photo. It's clearly Photoshop. I am not a cat.
I'm not a cat.
So the speed run of Disneyland Adventures is to run around the park and get all the autographs from all the Disney characters as fast as you can. But hey, there's levels to it, okay? First, you have to get enough coins to buy all the autograph books that you need. Just like the real Disneyland. They just gouge you to fucking get an autograph book. And only then can you get all the autographs from all the Disney characters in the park.
Question. So if it's just like real life, how would one run around Disney World or Disneyland and earn coins? Would you sell blowjobs? Is that part of the game?
No, you're like 6 in the game, so
There's
no.
a demographic for that. And there's actually a website they could go to see where these people are most times. So I'm just saying. I actually stole that joke. I can't remember her name. She's on Reddit all the time. Kind of a nerdy. I think she's cute. But she like works for NASA, I think. She's like a fucking physicist for NASA and a stand-up comedian. And she's actually pretty funny. I don't know how she keeps her job at NASA with some of her fucking material, but she's actually pretty funny. So
she must be
comedy.
Really good at NASA.
Guys, can we just fire her? They're like, well,
Right?
no.
Like, can you solve this equation? No, I can't.
No,
well,
I
then
can't.
She can make jokes about pedophiles.
It's
Fuck
fine. She
off.
stays. She knows a lot about the moon. It's
Okay.
not rocket science, guys.
On a related note, do you guys hate daylight savings time?
Yeah, I do. It's pointless. And if
No,
you want
I think
to,
it's the greatest thing ever. Who the fuck likes? Even
Who likes
farmers
it?
don't fucking like it anymore.
you can just get up early. It doesn't matter. You can just get up earlier. You don't have to.
The reason why I was asking is the people that do these Mars missions where they control the Mars rover remotely, or more accurately, give it a set of commands, because you can't joystick it from Earth because it's 20 minutes to get a transmission to Mars, 20 minutes to get a transmission back. So you can't joystick that shit in real time. So they are on Martian time. They are here on Earth. They have watches and they do everything according to Martian time, which is precisely 40 minutes longer than a standard Earth day. So every day their day shifts by 40 minutes. So sometimes they're coming in during the day, sometimes they're coming in at night, and they refer to themselves as Martians.
That would be a really, really cool shift to have. Today, I am 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tomorrow, I am 8:40 to 5:40. And then the next day, I'm going to be 9:20 to 5 or 6:20. All right. It's really easy, guys. Pretty easy, okay?
They actually had special watches and some clocks and some other shit made. So, when they're looking at their time, they're on Martian time, and the Mars rovers basically work a 9 to 5 day.
Damn. I hate that.
But look, I mean, number one, these people make really good money. Number two,
And they can't go to the bank to get it out because they don't know what fucking time the bank opens.
because they have no idea what day it is. Speaking of Saturday, two, they went to school. They went to school to do what it is that they're doing because they were passionate about it, and now they have a job at fucking NASA being passionate about it. Like, those are the types of things where...
Nah, fuck that, dude. Fuck that. I'd quit. I'd quit if they put me on the Martian project. I'd be like, I'm going to go work at the other fucking space agency the U.S.
Go work
has.
for Elon over there.
SpaceX.
SpaceX. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Elon Musk.
With all of his fucking Bitcoin.
Amazon has a space program too.
Yeah, because that's... there's
Blue
been back and
Origin.
forth. Yeah, I've been back and forth between Musk and Bezos about that shit.
They had one longer than Elon Musk, but I think Elon Musk just like put more money into his or something because like he's, launching cars into space and shit.
Right.
Well,
He's always got something going on.
Personally, I think it's because Elon's a little bit more involved in SpaceX than what Bezos has been in Blue Origin. And that's one of the things that I think contributed to his stepping down as CEO of Amazon, so he does not have to deal with practically any of that stuff. He's still a C-level employee, obviously, and, the founder of the company, but that allows him to step away from any of the day-to-day operation stuff and concentrate on the other irons that he's got in the fire.
Poor guy didn't have any time left.
Yeah, no, must suck to be him.
He's going to have time now, and then he's going to drop his glasses, and the glasses are going to break, and he's going to be like, he's going to say something like, there was time now. Oh my God, there was time.
And
then Rod Serling's going to walk in from the side with a cigarette in his hand.
It's one of the few that I remember the whole thing pretty well, actually. I don't know. We shit on celebrities and rich people, but fuck it, they're human. I mean, I'm sure the guy, when he started selling books, was, passionate about the idea. And then I'm sure he was passionate about building Amazon. And then you get to a point, you're like, meh, I'm rich now.
So I'm really passionate about making money.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is that he's finally to the point where, I mean, isn't that kind of what you do, is that you want to make enough money that you can have your own time. You can go do your own thing. But so it's kind of interesting to see somebody that, because I know plenty of people that run their own business. And if there's one thing you don't fucking have, it's time. Like, you're always on your own time, if you want to look at it that way. But you don't have time because you're always working. The phone can ring at any time. Decisions have to be made. So it's funny to see somebody that's as successful as Bezos fucking, basically saying, I don't have any fucking time. It's like, well, fuck. What am I supposed to do?
What does he do? What does he do on a day? He doesn't do anything. He just sits there and the company runs itself.
Right, a lot of people think that. Yeah, I mean, I don't think CEOs are worth what they get paid by any means. But sometimes it's just a matter of, picking the right people and letting them do what they do,
Yeah, but that's a part of running the company.
It is. Absolutely.
It's not just because you delegate responsibilities doesn't mean that you're not doing anything.
No, because you got to know who to hand it to. We've all seen people get handed projects and ideas and concepts that they were way outside of their, the person's ability.
Yeah.
Well, there are lots of people out there that, they had a lot of money. They were very smart, but they made some really bad personnel decisions, especially like, you have some person A that comes in, buys a company, and then he turns around and starts putting people on the board. And if he chooses the wrong fucking people, people that they think that they can trust, people that they think will do the job, and then the only thing those people do is either A, not do shit, or B, extort the fuck out of their own company before they fly off.
Well, and some people just don't have, we've talked about Harley Davidson before. I'm a fan, but I look at the way they're running the company and I wonder how they're going to be around in 10 years, because they keep getting these CEOs and they keep these boards that are stuck on, like what Harley used to be, or they're stuck on the old guys saying, no change, no innovation. I love the big heavy bikes. You can keep the big heavy bikes. I'm not asking anybody to drop the big heavy bikes, but like, was it Buell? Why they fucking got rid of Buell, and that might have been, now in hindsight, the dumbest mistake they could have fucking made. But these were mistakes made by people that supposedly knew how to run a fucking company. So that's who made those decisions. The workers out in the plant didn't, mid-level management didn't. CEOs decided and boards decided, hey, we're not gonna run with Buell anymore. We're gonna just do these big fat fucking bikes that are expensive and air cooled.
Well, we don't want no fucking pushy fucking bike. We want a big one because that's how you feel. That's how you feel like a fucking man.
Your masculinity. That's how
you can feel the masculinity rattling between your fucking legs.
Like a big burly man up in between your legs.
Show everyone on sidewalk how big your dick is when you ride past them and just hit the fucking throttle on their ass.
Why a fucking Beamer blows your doors off.
Hey,
no, I love Harleys. I do. I love big heavy bikes. I like the way they feel and the way that they cruise. I do, and that's not what I'm saying. But
he likes big bikes, and he cannot lie.
You other brothers can't deny. When a Gixxer walks in with an itty bitty waist,
and a V-twin up in your face.
Hell yeah, dude! We got our next banger, Adam. What the fuck? You've been sleeping on me this whole fucking time, really? God damn
I got a verse written. We're ready. We're ready to roll out. I'm pitching this to Harley Davidson next month.
That's all we need, right? We're going for that younger demographic. But it's a perfect example of, you get the wrong people in the wrong places, or the right people in the wrong places, the wrong people in the right places. There's a lot of combinations there. I don't hate on guys like Bezos and Gates. I remember seeing this meme was floating around. I think it was Reddit, probably because I'm addicted to Reddit. But it was all the different garages of the different people like Disney and Harley Davidson and all these people that were all these companies that had kind of like started in a garage. And some of the fucking comments were blowing my mind. And Adam brought one up that was kind of funny. He's like, oh, you have the privilege of having a garage. It's like, oh, God damn it.
And dude, it's real. People actually say that. Like, not everyone had a garage growing up. And all I can think of is the fucking 4 Yorkshire men from fucking Monty Python. It's like, luxury. We would have dreamed of having a garage.
We dreamed of having a garage where all 37 of my family could have lived. You had family? Luxury. And it's true at what point, I know I read something about Bezos took like I don't even remember now. Fuck, it might have been as much as $50,000 loan from his parents. They mortgaged their home, right? They mortgaged their home and gave him $50,000 to keep Amazon books afloat when he went through a rough patch. Okay. And people were like blasting about, oh, I wish I had fucking, parents who could give me $50,000 and all that. Guys, $50,000 and when it comes to a company is shit. It's nothing. You burn through $50,000 fucking putting office furniture in. I mean, that's nothing. And it was a loan from his parents who mortgaged their home. They went all in on this motherfucker. They believed in their child. And now he's like a trillionaire. I think that their investment was worthy. It just blows my mind. I mean, sure, there are plenty of families. You've got fucking Rockefellers and Trump, right? You'll crawl up Trump's fucking dick when he does nothing but blow the fucking money that his dad left him. And he's a fucking real estate genius. Okay, I don't know what fucking news article you're reading, but then you want to bag on a guy like Bezos. And now look, that said, should the motherfucker be paying more taxes than he does, Bezos? Fuck yes. They should all be paying more taxes. Trickle down economics doesn't work. Let me say it again for the people in the back. Trickle down economics does not work.
But they don't pay taxes because they don't have to. I don't just voluntarily pay more taxes than I owe to the IRS.
Absolutely. No, and I understand where you're going with that, and I agree with you. It's time for legislation to change.
But the thing is, the billionaires write the fucking legislation.
Absolutely. That's why it's never going to change.
That's the problem.
Yeah. They put the monkeys in to the seats, and then they tell them what to do. And that's, it's going to be that way forever. Honestly, it's never going to
until it's rebooted.
And for anyone that doubts that, whenever you get a new representative that is elected to Congress, the Senate, what have you, and their background is not a lawyer, which that's happening more and more here recently, then what will happen is these companies that have donated money to them will have their lobbyist write legislation and hand it to that representative, and then that representative will introduce it to whatever legislative body that they belong to, just like they wrote the motherfucker. And it happens every day.
Yeah. So you've got companies, like you said, literally writing these fucking laws that are being, they're not laws yet, but they're being presented to be passed into laws, policies, procedures.
Presented. It's totally optional.
Right. If anybody that's ever watched any anime, sci-fi, whatever.
Hentai.
Tentacles.
Tentacles. Yeah, right. It's the first thing you think of. Tentacles. That watches any of that stuff has seen the Japanese were real big in a lot of their anime and sci-fi about
pixelating dongs,
pixelating penises. Yes. Wow. New rule. You have to jerk off before the fucking podcast.
I woke up late.
Little post-nut clarity there before you jump on here, right? But the corporations basically are the government. There are no real governments anymore. It's just corporations. There's corporate
and Taco
police.
Bell owns everything.
And Taco Bell owns everything. There's another little demolition man. And for those of you who don't know what post-nut clarity is, I don't even know what to do for you. If you don't know what post-nut clarity is, right? It's the fact that once you nut, everything becomes so much more clear. Like, it's like you went from being drunk to sober just that fast, man.
It's like, so if you ever been fucking a dude and then he nuts and then he rolls over and he's like, oh my God, get out of here. Like, I don't even, just go home. That's post-nut clarity.
That's post-nut clarity. Yeah. We've all done that. We've all realized that we had made a potentially bad judgment call right after we nut. Well, maybe not right after. There's a few seconds there where the brain has to readjust some chemicals, right? And then it goes, uh-oh.
This fucking episode went off the rails. So.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like you're hungry, and then you found this moldy sandwich laying on the side of the road. And once you got a few bites in, then your body says, okay, we have something in there. And now you look at what's left of the sandwich and you're like, oh my God, what have I done?
Bitch, you a moldy sandwich, but I'm hungry.
God damn it. And I'm not allergic to penicillin, apparently. So.
Well, you make that choice too many times, you better not be.
Hey, now let's not act like that's exclusive to guys there. I am sure that there are ladies
I'm sure
that have gone through that exact same deal. They had an itch. They needed it scratched. There was a bottle of wine involved, and then
there's always a bottle of wine involved. Yeah, that's true. So what would that be like?
Got a bottle of Boone's Farm under the counter. Let's
Dude,
go.
if all I got to do is get her a bottle of strawberry wine, I might marry that chick again. So third time's a charm.
It's perfect. I mean, eventually, you can't.
If I keep doing it, eventually I'll die before I get divorced again, right?
Yeah, see? So one of them will last the rest of your life.
I'm just saying. Just saying. I like my odds, gentlemen. I like my odds.
I'm good. I give this 33.3% repeating.
Dude, look, a woman gets into her 40s and she cops a fucking attitude about living her life trying to be a fucking Disney princess the whole time. And
I got the autographs. I got the autographs.
You got the autographs to prove it? God damn it.
The Disney princesses are there.
I'm trying to speed run marriages. I'm trying to see how many I can get through before I die. See if I can speed run this shit.
Well, as long as you don't beat a guy that I knew by the name of JR. JR liked to be married seasonally. JR, at least I think that was his name. But anyway,
it doesn't matter.
Junior.
It really doesn't matter. And it was literally a cycle like this for several years. He would meet a woman in the winter.
Oh, yeah. Coupling.
He would get married in the spring and divorced in the fall.
Why would you get married that soon? Oh, because he's got to hurry up and get it over with because he's got another one coming up next winter.
Right. The last
Rotating
time I
crops.
even remotely kept up with it, he had been married 8 times.
See, that's...
He's probably
Why-
dead by now, but
Why would a woman like I fully accept that there are going to be women once the apocalypse is over and I can actually fucking date again. I'm sure there are going to be women that find out that I've been married twice before and are like, nah, fuck this dude. And you know what? I wouldn't even be mad at him. Like there'd be no.
Wait a second. You're in what? Let me hold on. Let me back the train up. You're in your 40s, so.
Yes, I am, Doug. Thank you for reminding me.
Yes. You old fuck.
I'll kill you.
Yeah. You're in your 40s. If you were still, if we were going for an item condition here, if you were still brand new in box, then you would have had to have had a psychological disorder.
No, but see, here's the thing. Divorce once is kind of accepted. It's a mulligan, right? 2 means you can't swing, right? Your fucking swing is off and you can just forget this shit. You're going to be holding your own wood for the rest of your life. I was just stretching out the golf jokes, man. I understand when you've been married.
Verbal diarrhea.
Agreed. High five on the verbal diarrhea.
Come on, that was funny. Fuck both of you for not having senses of humor.
It can be fun. It can be funny and verbal diarrhea.
Touche.
Yeah.
I think it's the second one that freaks people out, right? And it's fine. Like I said, I'm not mad, right? And I actually did date somebody that was in their 40s and had never been married, had been close, but never got married, didn't have any kids. And she had told me that some guys were freaked out by that. To me, it's funny that would bother somebody more than, right? Well, I've been divorced twice. I got 4 kids. Oh, well, that's normal. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
At 40, it's not so unheard of. But
it's weird.
I'm sure that there's a number where it gets weird, but for me, it would probably be past 3.
2 to me, honestly, is it means that the person. You got to wonder what the situation is, right? You really got to wonder. For me, I had one that was a complete fucking mistake. I was way too young and fell into that whole. I lived in the middle of nowhere, Ohio, where you grew up, you married somebody who had a nice ass, you hated them after a few years, and you just cheated on each other for the rest of your lives. But by God, don't say anything bad about the other one because I'll beat your ass for it, kind of thing, right? There was a lot of flannel and John Deere involved there, man. And
availability and opportunity.
Yeah, pretty much, right? Exactly. My second one, after 15 years, we changed. There's some some shit that wasn't dealt with, I think, on both sides, and it led to what it led to. But the important thing for me is that if somebody's been married and divorced twice, you better hope that they've taken the time to figure out why the second one didn't work. I mean, but I think, like Adam said, it's the fact that it's okay. We consider it normal. We've normalized that someone can be married and divorced twice and have a couple of kids at 40. But if they're still single and didn't have kids, we find that weird, like there's something wrong with them. And I personally don't think that's the case. It just means they were like, nah, I ain't jumping into this bullshit,
For me, that means, okay, I've got to take because no matter what state it would be in, let's say I lost my mind, or I should say ran into a door frame with my face again. Let's say I walk into a door frame with my face and I decide to get back into the dating market. One of the processes of dating is, hey, why are you still available? Because there is that, that broken item on the shelf that you doesn't realize, is missing the batteries or remote control or something else.
It's the
like
battery
that.
compartment cover. It's always the battery compartment cover.
Yeah.
And it's very cheap. It's like 75% off, and you're not quite sure why.
But that's also like going into that's like going into a car deal and being like, man, why is this car so cheap? You gotta be careful how you word that.
They're like, here's the title, and it's a salvage title, and you're like, oh, fuck.
Look, I've got enough baggage that I really can't talk any shit about a woman having baggage. What I have to do is just find a woman whose baggage looks nice sitting next to mine. Right? That matches. That goes together. I like that. Yeah.
Well, the whole purpose of dating is finding out what you can and cannot deal with.
Absolutely.
And that's what blows my mind is there have been, and this hasn't been all of them, but there have been several women that I've dated that, I realized their goal was to find someone to marry, but it seemed like, they were hellbound and determined on that course no matter what came up.
Yeah.
There was nothing, I could have been like, well, when I'm not working, I like to, make meth, by driving around and shaking this 2-liter Mountain Dew bottle. I've only been arrested 47 times. And they'll be like, that's okay, honey. We can work through that.
He's so sweet, and he likes to cook meth.
And he likes to cook. His name's Walter.
Well, and you're absolutely right. And that's the problem, right? Is that since my second divorce, any dating I've done has been around the idea of whether or not I can tolerate the person or like the person or whatever. And the two opportunities that come to mind, one was a solid fucking no, like no goddamn way. And the second one took me some time to decide that. I mean, there were little things, and you have to ask yourself, is this a little thing or is this a personality trait that I can't deal with? And ultimately I decided the latter, that, okay, this isn't going to work. We're going to butt heads, and this isn't going to be healthy. But I think Doug is absolutely fucking spot on with women, especially. I read something that said, women are the gatekeepers to sex and men are the gatekeepers to relationships. And it's absolutely true. And you get these, and I think guys do it too. Don't get me wrong. I don't think this is, that it's only women that do that. Cause I've seen some men that you're like, hey buddy, so she's fucking 3 other people. She's got a couple of kids and was arrested for DUI 6 times. No, man, look, man, she's different now. And
like
she's
that was like 3 days ago. Dude.
Right.
Like,
I mean, she's changed a lot. And
they
who am I to tell
fall
her?
in love with anybody.
Right. That's male
all
and
of us
female.
know.
Yeah. But I think that women are probably more prone to that. Just because it goes back to my smart ass Disney princess comment. And the fact that women are trained, taught, and led to believe from a very early age that their fucking station in life is to find this good man that they can brag about. See, I'm wanted. Somebody wants me.
By no means is that all women.
No, it's not.
But at the same time, and if there's a woman listening to this right now and she's upset and she's like, fuck you, that's not me, I get it. But all I'm saying is there are no shortage of them out there. I'm by no means saying it's universal.
The emails are already coming in, Doug. You can stop. The inbox is already full.
They're
Doug's
both from
canceled.
Adam's mom, and he's pissed. She's pissed. They're both pissed. All right, how about that?
She's mad because I made fun of Boone's Farm.
That's highfalutin drinking right there, boy. What's wrong with you?
I do like some Boone's Farm.
Hey,
nothing wrong with Boone's Farm.
Some people like their Manischewitz cream white Concord. That's all I'm saying.
Said with your accent, Doug, that was just poetry. I just want to put that out there.
I love it.
There was a lady that used to work with my mom. And if you asked her what her drink of choice was, she would spout off Manischewitz cream white Concord so fast it would make your fucking head spin.
Hey man, there's a reason shit like that, Mad Dog and Boone still exist. All right, it gets the job done.
Mad Dog 2020.
The fucking great dude, you better believe it.
They got a blackberry flavor too. Manischewitz does. That's actually pretty decent. I've used that to cook actually a few times because if you're just cooking, you don't buy a $35 bottle of fucking wine to do it with.
I don't know why, but that reminded me. You said blackberry, and that reminded me of framboise.
That shit's so good.
That's raspberry though, isn't it?
Framboise. They make it in a variety of flavors.
Okay. Yeah, I've always just had the raspberry. I think it's really fucking good. So.
That's like Scooby snacks for Dan. I could be like, hey, Dan, I need you to do this thing. Doug, I really don't want to do that fucking thing. Well, I bought you a bottle of Framboise. Really?
God damn it, Doug.
All right, what are we doing?
Give me 20 minutes. As long as there's no fucking testicles involved, I'm down. So
that's nuts, dude.
Well, you know, we do have the no nuts rule.
The no nuts rule. Yeah.
Well, no nuts. No one we hang out with can have any nuts.
No,
that's not quite it. No.
Why don't you elaborate what the no nuts rule is, Dan?
So I moved from Florida up to Charlotte, North Carolina for a job. And it was kind of, I won't say last minute. It was expedited. Let me put it that way, right? They wanted me to start at a pretty quick date. And my ex-wife and our dogs were still down in Florida, and she was getting stuff done so that we could move, but I had to start the job. Well, Doug already lived in Charlotte, so I moved in with him. And that's the first time in a long time that I've had a roommate that I wasn't having sex with. So, like you all believe that Doug and I weren't fucking, but anyway. So, well, actually, we did have conversations about how much easier our lives would be if we were gay, but I won't go into that. So we had a rule. Doug, I not me as much, but Doug would, I'd come out of the bedroom in the morning. We had it was a 2-bedroom on opposite sides of this common living area. I'd come out and there's Doug fucking in his tighty whities, just, scratching his nuts, flipping the TV on. Doug's one of those fucking assholes that when he wakes up, he's awake, he's ready to go. The TV's on, blending up a fucking smoothie, grabbing a shower, he's do, all the lights are on. I'm more of a fucking cave dwelling rat, right? I get up, all the blinds are pulled shut, the lights are off, there can be no noise for the first 30 minutes. But we managed to make it work, right? So the rule was basically that it didn't matter if you wanted to lay around in your underwear, man, we're guys, right? We can, it's still ain't nearly as bad as yours. Mine stays on point at least.
Go ahead.
They're talking shit about me in the chat, guys. So anyway, the no nuts rule was basically, you want to sit around in your underwear? Hey, whatever, man, we're guys, do your thing. But the first time I see your goddamn nuts. So don't let them fall out of your fucking jorts. Don't let them squeeze through a pair of fucking underwear. Because the first time I see them. So, yeah, that was the no nuts rule.
Yeah, towel, underwear, something's got to be covering your nuts.
Yeah, there's no nudity if Doug and I live together. We're not allowed any nudity. Let's see. Really? You're going to... Okay. All right. Just gonna...
Proof.
Mm-hmm.
It all started when I was born.
I was born a poor black child. So,
poor black sharecropper.
There it is. Haven't seen that in a while. Well, fine then. I just won't talk anymore.
I don't believe that.
Fine.
I just won't say anything.
No, it's fine, Adam. Don't even worry about it. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. Fine.
Oh, God.
It's when they enunciate. Oh no, it's fine.
No, you don't get it. It's fine. I'm fine. Don't look at me. Don't fucking breathe.
See, but the thing was, Dan living with me, there were very few rules. The no nuts rule was the big one. And pretty much not a whole lot else outside of that. Now, if you were living with the wrong woman, it would be like you have to put the milk in where the handle is facing out this way and all of this other bullshit. And that's sort of where the whole, if we were gay, life would be so goddamn easy discussion, because, it's like, hey, what do you want to do? I want to play video games. Well, that sounds pretty cool. Hey, what do you want to do? I want to get drunk. All right, let's do that. Hey, what do you want to do? I want to fuck. And that would just be what life would be. And I'm sure it's not quite that simple. But
there are gay guys out there going, oh, bitch, please. Yeah.
Yeah, but in my head, that is the ideal gay relationship.
So it would just be like a sitcom, like a buddy sitcom.
There you go. Exactly. It would be perfect. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to raw dog Doug until we both fucking get off.
Imagine the bumper music playing as the scene changes. It cuts to outside the house, and then all of a sudden, just aggressive gay sex.
With disco lights.
Ba-dun-dun, and it cuts to the outside of the house, and it's like, ba-da-da-dun-dun.
We're just laying there all like, whew, all right.
And the music that's playing in background the whole time is "It's Raining Men."
Oh yeah, that would have to be but done in a new hip style, right? Like acapella. Little Seinfeld-esque acapella. we got a hit here, guys. We need to not publish this and just write this all down, because we're going to be rich. I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm sure it's not that easy. And hey, I'm sure that there's couples out there that are, fucking living that lifestyle. What it really boils down to is, I think it's how a man processes women and women process a man. If you're healthy and you got your fucking head on straight, you probably do have a great relationship. But I personally had a fucked up upbringing. And I got issues out the god. I have more issues than a subscription to Reader's Digest. Is Reader's Digest still a thing anymore? I don't think it is, but it was really cool.
Diarrhea.
I will cut you. I will cut you. You just wait.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yes. So anyway, with all those issues,
I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
That's exactly what a fucking cat would say that was trying to infiltrate humanity. Put that out there.
I'm not a cat. All right.
So yeah, I guess my point is not to bother either one of you with an explanation, but my point is that I do believe there are healthy, good relationships out there with people fucking playing Xbox and going to get dinner that are both gay, heterosexual, cisgender, fucking whatever. But I don't know if I'll ever be one of them.
I'm sure there's a couple right now that are running around in their mascot uniforms that have done all of the above.
Good for them. Goddamn good for them. All right. Like, I'm not wearing anything under this fucking stormtrooper outfit.
Guess what's under my kangaroo pouch?
All right, I draw the line at furries.
I'm sure there's a couple out there that
absolutely having a great fucking time with their lives.
Yeah,
good for them. Good for them. What you got, Adam?
Come on. Oh, nothing. I'm just taking it all in.
Your mom is going to be so proud of you.
Yep, Rip Van Millennial up there.
Well, again, staying up till 5 a.m. playing fucking kid games.
Hi, my name's Adam, and I'm a narcoleptic.
And I'm not a cat.
I'm just saying, dude, when the day comes that they like raid your house or something, because I know you, it's going to happen. And they're not going to find the files or the hacker scripts. They're going to find shit like Disneyland and whatever the other one is that you were speed running a while ago, like SpongeBob. There we go.
Hey, hang on. You got to say the full name of the game.
Why don't you do one that Americans don't even understand, like that weird-ass game, Beautiful Katamari, where you're just a weird ball that rolls around and picks up shit. I don't even know what the fuck that's about.
Well, apparently you just fucking told us what it was about. Their 5-star
Nickelodeon
review.
presents SpongeBob SquarePants, Battle for Bikini Bottom.
I'm just waiting for Barbie's Playhouse or something, man. I'm totally
it's so
speedrunning
funny.
Barbie's Playhouse.
It's so funny. Because licensed games are so bad that they're fun speedruns.
It would be interesting if you could turn around and find those old Burger King games and all of that bullshit.
I remember those vaguely, but I remember those. Yeah. Wow.
Classic.
Back when media, you had to actually have like physical media to do anything with, you know?
Yeah. Fuck that.
Fuck that. Fucking
It was
physical
fucking
media.
dumb. I want it to be online where they can just wipe it.
My first, right. My
You
first
no
computer
longer
used cassette
own
tapes.
that.
Yeah. The only thing that concerns me about that is like if it happens wholesale, we've got bigger issues than, our Xbox catalog. But you got to wonder, like, if a company went out of business. I mean, Steam makes a few bad moves and gets into financial trouble. They go out of business,
Well, Stadia went out of business after they made everyone buy games. So.
And Stadia was one of those things that, one, it's by Google, and they just, Patel, whatever his name is, he gets up in the morning and just decides to cut programs. Google, Gmail. Nah, fuck Gmail. We're not supporting it anymore. Shut it down. It's like.
That's, no, they won't give up Gmail because they're getting too much data mining out of that. But the whole deal with Stadia was for people to sign up for a gaming service that didn't want to have a high-powered console or computer and be able to play games at their house.
But you have to have a really fast internet connection instead.
You have to have a ridiculously fast internet connection with practically zero latency.
Yep.
Because,
fiber, basically. You got to have fiber.
Well, you got to have fiber, and you got to make sure that your path to their servers isn't routed around the universe through Russia, China, whatever else to get to where it's eventually going. Because
imagine that demographic: a shitty PC and symmetrical gig fiber.
Yeah.
What kind of demographic are you aiming?
Yeah, they didn't think that one through. When I had fiber, the speed test couldn't even calculate the ping time, so it would always just say 1, and I was like, "Oh, it's pretty good." And then I got to read, and they're like, it's like less than that, but the speed tests just aren't designed for that. So, but I can't imagine ever getting anything like that on fucking like cable or DSL or anything. And the majority of the world, hell, the majority of the United States does not have symmetrical fiber to the home yet.
No, you got to get into a lot of European nations that their government basically subsidized the rollout, and the companies, actually did what they were paid to do and didn't do a lot of bullshit. I realize there's a lot more challenges to that in the United States because we are a large area and there are large swaths of nothing in between A and B.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't make, I get it. It doesn't make sense even for cable companies to run, everyday cable out to the middle of fucking nowhere where they're going to have 3 customers. It doesn't make sense. But fiber is way, way out there.
Speaking of which, it looks like we're on the heels of, what is it, Starlink?
Yeah. I'm curious about that.
That seems to be getting a little closer.
Latency is another one there where I'm a little, I haven't really
hesitant, dude.
Dug into it, but
I'm hesitant to have faith in that. Like, just the sheer fucking distance is going to be.
Yeah. The only thing is that the what's traditionally been a problem. They when they put satellites in what's called a geosynchronous orbit. That is 22,500 miles above the Earth's surface. Now, you put a satellite out at that range, and it basically, it moves a little bit, but it basically hangs out in the same spot, covering the same footprint of the planet.
Right.
Now, what they did with, as a matter of fact, a lot of satellite phones use the same technology. They'll have a constellation of satellites that are in a lower Earth orbit that give you a little less latency. But the problem is going to be with modern wired connections once you reach a congestion point, because internet traffic just keeps going up and up and up and up and up and up. It doesn't go down. So when you get to a congestion point, your distribution network, you start chopping that up into smaller chunks to where you don't have as many people using it in a given area. The only problem that I really see with Starlink, even if they go with low Earth, low latency satellite orbit, would be how are they going to address congestion when everybody and their brother signs up for it?
You just add more satellites. You're muted, Dan. Whatever you said, you're muted.
Well, good. I didn't want anybody to hear it.
I didn't either.
It's something stupid anyway, so fuck it. Yeah, there's a few things that are interesting about the whole thing, and we'll see what Elon's got up his sleeve. Sometimes I think he's as much a fucking shyster as he is a genius. So
yep.
And
not a flamethrower.
I think that not a flamethrower, right? I still believe that the Tesla, the vehicles, was just his way of poking at other car manufacturers. I don't think he ever wanted to make a bunch of money making electric cars. I think he just wanted to show that it could be done. Again, if those lobbyists weren't,
he has said as much.
That doesn't surprise me. Back to the lobbyists we were talking about that push oil and fossil fuels and stuff like that. They don't want to see this big push to electric because the powers that be don't have control of them yet. And look at all the bullshit that Musk took when he was just trying to sell Teslas. There are still states where I don't think you can buy them because they don't have a brick and mortar sale, like a store, a sales floor, right? And they're like, "Oh, you can't buy that because you can't order a car." Why the fuck not? Because we said so. What?
Okay.
But I want to buy the thing. He has the thing. We've agreed on a price.
It's not illegal to own the thing, and they're
right.
Like,
it's not illegal to own the thing.
But
the idea of a new car company coming in really, really fucked with people because we've got the established, the Hondas, the Hyundais, the American car companies, little companies like Daewoo that you've never heard of. But the idea of,
they make speakers.
A lot of your Japanese companies make everything.
Yeah.
Like Yamaha. It's like,
you want a dirt bike or do you want a fucking piano?
There's
okay,
a lot
Waldo.
There is a lot of legal bullshit around dealerships because dealerships have been funneling money into local economies for years. And, when websites started becoming big and you had the .com bubble, the big auto manufacturers were upset because a lot of their efforts to more or less start up an online store to where they could just sell direct to the consumer, the auto dealership lobby, they shot that shit down with quickness.
Well, it's completely changed, years later, it's completely changed the way you buy a car, and that, it used to be cash is king, right? You used to hear that if a car was, $30,000 and you walked in with 26 cash, you'd walk out the door with it. And that's not the case anymore because the internet has leveled the playing field so much that you don't have to drive around dealership to dealership to dealership to see what the different prices are. And they'd keep you on their dealership. And, you don't want to drive all the way across town and run around. And they were right. People didn't want to fuck with it. So now cash is not only not king, it's kind of frowned upon. They would much rather wrap you into a financing deal.
Because they get a kickback from the financing.
Sure. They get a kickback. They add in things, and we've all had something where it was like, oh, here's the price. And then by the time you get to the time you're signing, you're doing the math. You're like, wait.
This is $11,000 more than what I agreed to pay.
Yeah. I've been watching a lot of videos, a lot of YouTube videos lately, because I'm coming up to a point where I might start like seriously considering buying a new vehicle. And I'm learning a lot that's completely different than the old paradigm of what I used to my big thing was trying to get this big down payment so that I could walk in with my dick out and be like, oh, look, I have this, I have all this cash. Fuck you. But it doesn't have the same effect that it did when you got companies like CarMax that put it all out there, what they got, how much it is. And this is the price. Don't come in here and haggle. This is the price, which I'm fine with. I fucking hate haggling. Just fucking tell me how much.
What is the least you will take for this?
Or it's like, oh, I want $1,000 for this. Would you take $650? Did I fucking say $650? No, I said $1,000. Well, would you take $9 for it?
That's my favorite haggling tactic, dude. You just walk in and pull your belt a little bit up and be like, what's the least you'll take for that? It's like, sick, dude. The fucking price that's on it.
I know numbers and reading are hard, so let's go over this one.
It sounds like you need a large belt buckle to make that happen.
Oh, yeah, and a big gut.
Dibadoo.
Doug Dibadoom.
Of the Dibadomes. Yes, Doug, we can tell time, you fuck.
Reading is, we got it.
Hey, Doug, in 40 some seconds, it's going to be 58 minutes.
Yep.
Let's all sit and watch. Doug's letting us know we're getting near the hour mark. He gets a little antsy. So,
well, it's like, I know us fucking windbags could sit here and bullshit all day long, but
I don't know who you're talking about.
Everybody wants to hear the 4-hour Bullshirt podcast.
Doug, nobody wants to hear the 1 hour bullshit fucking podcast. So you're right. You know what? You are right. I cannot argue with you because you're right. And on that note, fuck Adam for being late this morning.
But Doug didn't know what day it was.
But I am not a cat.